Shalom, today is March 11th and it is the 12th day of the war with Iran. What do we call this? The second war? What do we call this? The Lions War? The Epic Fury War? Well, you know what I mean. So this is the 12th day of this current war. Let's read Yedioth Ahronoth, and it reads, Al karka hametziut, on the ground of reality, look at what we see. This is a big piece of shrapnel. This is what, when we say shrapnel, this is what we mean. Okay, look, it's so much larger than a grown woman's size. This is actually in Elad, it is close to where we live in central Israel. It falls on you from the sky when it's intercepted, after it's intercepted mid-air. So the reason to stay in a safe room is also for that reason, for the shrapnel falling you and not just a direct hit from these huge, massive, terrible Iranian missiles. Next, Shagat Ari, that is the name of this war. Shagat is war. Ari is short for Aryeh, lion. So it's the Lion's War. And the Defense Ministry in Israel says to Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel, the Prime Minister, Nitan להשיג את רוב מטרות המלחמה, כולל שינוי המשטר. We can achieve most of our goals for this war, including the change of the regime. However, they say the change of the regime will take a longer time than expected. They say here that Trump thought this was like Venezuela, where you come in, do a big bang, change the regime, and you're out. And it's not, Israel and America are surprised on how steady and stable the regime in Iran seems to be. They're not giving up, they're not giving in. They are, it seems like for them, there to stay. So it will require some calm after the war in order for that the millions of Iranians come out and protest again and will change the regime after the weakening of the regime by the war. So the change will take time. However, the goals and targets have been, very much, a lot of it has been accomplished. They're finding, Israel and America are finding more and more targets. This has to do not only with the missiles that have been attacked, but also with the fuel and with the Air Force industry, the missile industry. And because Iran is so large and the military industry is so vast, America and Israel are not working only in the south of Iran anymore, but really covering Iran to hit the industry of the military all over the land there. It also shares a little bit here about Hezbollah in Lebanon, how Hezbollah is trying to preserve their power within Lebanon in order not to get into a civil war with the Lebanese citizens and weaken Hezbollah's power. Now, Hezbollah is very much involved. We have been getting more and more and more missiles up in the north and even to central Israel from Hezbollah from the northern border. That brings us to the IDF soldiers moving into Lebanon's ground. But before that, here's a disaster that happened a couple days ago, also near where we live, on the other area. This is Rustam Golomb and Morzotov, two workers in what you call a construction site, not able to get to the safe room, to the bomb shelter on time, and it cost them in their lives. So these shrapnel fell on them. They're family people. Golomb has children and grandchildren. His daughter says that he was an amazing father, always took care of them, but they did not head to the bomb shelter, and it cost them their lives. They're now not with us anymore, and it's a tragedy just from shrapnel. Tamshichu ad שהמשטר יתחלף is the next headline. Continue until the regime changes. Now these are Iranians in Berlin, Germany, meeting with Israeli ambassadors, and they can't wait for the regime to change, and even more so, they can't wait to come to Israel once it's allowed. This is about the IDF heading into Lebanon and how they're protecting the Israeli citizens living up in the northern border. עכשיו אנחנו לא מגנים על הגבול הצפוני. Now we're not only defending the northern border, אלא על תושבי הצפון, but also on the residents of the north. צפון is north. And these are soldiers and reserve soldiers that are showing up again, leaving work, leaving family, and fighting to protect and defend Israel and its citizens. This article is about the sleep deprivation that Israeli citizens have been having almost for the last 2.5 years. חולמים לישון, the headline reads, dreaming on sleeping. האזעקות בכל שעות היממה, the sirens throughout all the 24 hours, and running to the safe room, and the stress and the high alertness are continuing. All of this, it reads, messes up our sleeping habits. It's been like this for a long time, and even more so since the outbreak of the war right now with Iran. The results show on the body and also on the nefesh. Nefesh is soul. We're getting hurt in our memory, in our concentration, our abilities to be focused in our daily functions has been damaged. We're unbalanced emotionally right now. Well, the good news is that all of this will change and we'll go back to routine. But meanwhile, there are a few ways to improve your sleeping habits. So this is all about the sleep, how it just causes drowsiness and stress. We're getting up multiple times a night. Like last time it was twice. And you cannot really go back to sleep calmly afterwards because your body is full of adrenaline. And especially if it's done at like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. where you woke up in an emergency state, running to the bomb shelter, you're not supposed to run. So you walk, but you're in your sleep. You really have a hard time going back to sleep. You know that a little bit of time is left and you're full of adrenaline and your night is over. The way they say to increase your sleeping habits are what we know. It's staying away from the phones, from screens, not taking a nap. Do include physical activity during the day, they say here. Breathe and not drinking caffeine, not smoking, and not drinking alcohol after 2 p.m. They say that will help too. And this little opinion article, it was funny, I was laughing out loud. Uma bejet lag, it's a nation in jet lag, and he's using slang here all over, but just how we're all walking in our sleep. Yeah, he says it's symbolic because we were woken up from our sleep 8 a.m. on Saturday, February 28th. That was the morning call when this war broke out, Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Okay, this is it for today. Oh, just before we close, this is a little magazine attached. And it's because we're in war, I like this. The fashion section is sharing, hey, if we're all in training and in pajama clothes, let's do it in style. And they chose to display different stylish pajamas and training, because really most of the people in Israel are at home most hours of the day. So let's do it fashionably. We hope this is helpful. You know what Israelis are reading and what Israelis a little bit are experiencing here during this time. Please pray for Israel. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. And if you like this, please like it and share it with your friends and family. We hope this is helpful for you to know how to pray and what we are experiencing in Israel, what Israelis are reading in their Hebrew newspaper. That's it for today. God bless you. Please leave a comment. And this is Rotem Magen for Kehila News.